YouTube Live. It's I don't even I don't know if that's God's way of showing me or telling me, because I know the distractions are gonna come. They're gonna always come. But it's just and again, imagine me and my fight and me being so transparent. Me and my fight and being so transparent, trying everything in my power to raise awareness, trying everything in my power to get people the help that they need, trying everything in my power to motivate, trying everything in my power to stay strong, trying everything in my power to help as many people as I can help. And then this is how it stands. This is how distractions come. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I had a pretty rough night, a pretty rough morning, and I'm gonna recap because that's exactly what the enemy want. He want to knock us down. He want to knock you down. He wants you to stay down. You feel me? He want to knock you down, and they want you to stay down. And I almost did that. You know, I was just like, man, bump it. But there's somebody that I'm talking to this morning that really needs to hear this. Understand, them distractions gonna keep fucking coming. They're gonna come. And they're gonna come and they're gonna come and they're gonna continue to come. And I constantly say this is raising awareness. And when you try to do good and good for people and by people, somebody is going to come right along and try to knock you off your rockers. They're going to come right along. And I've been saying this. God's saying to me, and my whole thing is this. I mean, I keep coming back to Facebook because Facebook has been the most, that is my biggest platform. It's where most of my supporters are. But God said, if they support you, if they support you, they're going to follow you. You're a leader. And I'm ordering your steps. And when they support you, they're going to follow you. So if you say, come to TikTok, they're going to come. If you say, go to YouTube, they're going to come. I was trying to continuously stay with Facebook because it's my biggest platform, number one. And it's the easiest way for me to make money. But I haven't made money on Facebook in quite some time. Because every time when I post something, they take it out of context and they block me. But I see people on this same platform that's having sex. Literally, there's a young lady that does this. Hides it, but lets you hear the sounds and everything. People that are fighting, people with guns, all kind of stuff. That's 1,000 times worse than what I'm even asking you to visualize as far as awareness. So they said that I was giving hate speeches. They said that I was talking bad to someone. How did you get that out of that? This is why when people misinterpret something and people confuse, they take your words of wisdom for insult. They actually turn, the insult to injury. How? How did you get that? How did that come forth? It wants me to pipe down and shut up and stop trying to spread the gospel. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I put this shirt on today for a reason. Now, I had no idea that this was the reason. Had no idea that this was the reason. It's the strength. And I'm so overwhelmed because I can't. What's going on? Do you people need support? I need the support. I still have PTSD. I do. Anyone that's recovering from anything has PTSD. Mental illness is real. Mental recovery is necessary. Once we deal with something one time, you deal with something, just because it's past don't mean it's over. It doesn't. And I'm going to say it again, especially when it comes to someone losing their child, their loved one. No, there ain't nothing we can do to bring it back. But no, don't say get over it. Don't say get past it. Don't say this too shall pass, because this shit don't pass. It don't pass. So Christine, if you here, sis, you said that they did the same thing to you. I challenge you to keep going. I challenge you to find another platform. I will not be silenced. I will not. God is telling me, I'm just showing you that distractions going to keep coming. I'm showing you that you got to have to make a way out of no way. I'm showing you that people going to still say rude and ignorant and disrespectful things. People going to still say it. But it shouldn't stop us. I want to encourage, again, every parent that's lost a child. What can we do for your child's death not to be in vain? I don't care if it was an accident. I don't care if it was a shooting. I don't care if it was suicide. I don't care what it was. It can't be in vain. Let's not let it be in vain. Because this is what the enemy wants. For us to fall down and for us to stay down. And they would step on us and go on by. I need the support. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Sometimes I feel like I'm dying on the inside. I do. And this just adds the insult to the injury. I made the analogy of, you can't imagine someone's heart who has been through this trauma. You can't imagine. You can't imagine. And I can't even imagine what my friends and my sisters, my loved ones have gone through. My cyber family when losing a child. Yes, I cried all night for her because I know when I hung that phone up, I still have my son. And I picked up the phone to call, just say I wanted to hear your voice, just to tell you I love you. But she didn't have that ability to do that. And that hurt my heart. So like, what else can I do? Other than say, sis, stay strong. You know, God got you. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. God got you. Stay strong. This too shall pass. Let's find some other words to say. I'm encouraging you. What can I do? What can we do? Don't say, let's come on, let me get your mind off of it. I don't want you to take your mind off your child. That's not my goal. I want you to be able to have your mind on him, have your mind on her, and what can we do to collectively? What can we do as a community? This life after trauma, man, this shit is real. Because your life still go on. Your bills still go on. Your everything still happens. Nothing else stops. Nothing else stops. It don't stop. Don't nothing stop. And we don't look for someone to come and try to save us. But I say to you this. Lean not to your own understanding and ask God for understanding. Because that's all I can do right now. That's what I can do. Not lean on to my own understanding. Ask God to give me the strength and the understanding that I need. Ask God to give you the strength and the understanding that you need. And I'm going to say this again. Don't you never take a tear coming out of my eye as weakness. Don't you do it. Don't take no word, these tears of weakness. I'm frustrated. Sometimes I feel a bit lost, so I want to encourage you guys. We all know someone that's lost someone. Sometimes you just, again, pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm just checking on you. You want to talk? I'm here. That's what I need to hear sometimes. I hear all the time how strong I am, how proud somebody is of me, but I have weak moments too. I struggle too. My mental is challenged too. I deal with it too. And it's just not once, it's often. Because my life has been changed in the blink of an eye. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not. So I try to do anything that I can to say, to support, to visit, to hug on you, to love on you. But this is what the enemy does. He wants to keep us down. And you got to give. You can't just say, well, it's God and he working. Because this ain't God's work. All of it ain't always God's work. We got to know the difference. And when it's not his work, I say, God, step in and help me. Step in and help me and hold me. Because at this point, I'm a bit lost. And I need to know how to move, how to maneuver, how to progress. And I want y'all to know too. Man, so I'm gonna say again what I said. Kenya, Livingston said I'm currently going through it. Sis, it's really not much I can say. So sometimes saying nothing is me praying for your strength. And I ask for strength, and I also ask for understanding because I want to know. Not why me, because I know I was strong. I know why he chose us. Because he knew that we could fight this. He knew that I would be a pillar. He knew that he could use me. He knew that I would be a vessel. He knows that my son and my family would be a vessel. He knows this. And I ain't going to say, again, I can't say it enough. I'm no Bible thumper. I can't recite the Bible. I can't tell you. But I know God. And I know how he works. And I know there's a reason behind everything. And sometimes we still trying to find that reason in the midst of pain and adversity. And my whole thing was, again, to anyone that I know, anyone that you know, anyone that I don't know that's lost a child, I can only say I'm so sorry for your loss. It's unimaginable pain. It's not something that ends the day after the funeral. It's not something that ends the day after the reception. It's not something that ends, 6 months later. It's something that's everlasting. It's something that's unimaginable. It's something that you can be fine 1 minute and then the next minute you're not. No 2 days are the same. No 2 hours are the same. Nothing is the same. So if I can be any type of vessel, God, please continue to use me. And I pray, God, to block all of the ignorance and the people that just don't get it. And ain't nothing else I can do but keep doing what I'm doing to bring forth the awareness that this could be you. You are not exempt. It can happen once. It can happen twice. It can happen 3 times. It can happen over and over again. That no one is exempt. But this pain is a pain that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. This pain is a pain that you endure over and over again. And I know that my situation could be so different. I know people have lost their children. And like I say, I go above and beyond for Fresh. I'm going to move every time he asks me to move. Anytime he wants something, anytime he needs something, anytime he think he want it, I'm going to go get it because the situation could be different. And I could be at a gravesite praying for him and talking to him, and praying to him and talking to him and wishing that he were here and saying, oh God, I would do everything. I would throw the biggest parties. I would go on expensive vacations. I would do anything. And I'm trying my best to do anything. This whole gym is for, he is the reason behind it. It's purpose to help other people. But with all of that, it don't take away the pain, because there's still the mental aspect that is challenged. There's still, I can't take away that my son's head hit the concrete. Not only did his head hit the concrete, it cracked. His skull, his brain bled, and his brain swole. And he went without oxygen to the brain for a short period of time. And the swelling and the bleeding altered some things. His brain has to remember to do a lot. His brain has to one day remember that your left side can move. So yes, I deal with it. Y'all see him walking without the cane, but you don't see everything. And I try to bring the awareness to what you don't see. What you don't see. I want you to know you have some friends that are strong, but what you don't see is them cry behind closed doors. What you don't see is them get in the car and just scream to the top of their fucking lungs because they just don't know how to keep on keeping on. What you don't see is what we go through, people's misunderstanding of us when they take our anger and when they take our sadness and they take that for anger. When they take our frustration, we're frustrated. And they take that as being an angry black woman. No, I'm hurt. We're hurt. I'm not the only one. We hurt. Let me get some Kleenex. Lord Jesus. And the hurt is not temporary. The hurt is not temporary. It's not temporary hurt. That pain is always there. We just show how to hide it. We figure it out. We figure out how to hide it. And even though you're dealing with pain and you got hurt, it feels like you being so disrespected and so fucking violated when distractions come. And I keep trying to say, when these distractions come, just be ready to jump over them. Be ready to go around them. Be ready to go under them. And sometimes they just slap you in the face. And you just have to fall in that hole. And I'm seeing it like this. I'm falling in the hole. And I'm being covered. And as I'm trying to climb, my Lord Jesus, as I'm trying to climb out, it's like God is saying, you trying to climb out, but I'm trying to cover you. I'm putting more dirt on top of you because I'm planting you as a seed. And as I'm putting the dirt on top of you and planting you as a seed, you have to allow yourself to be covered up. Because you can't grow until you're planted, until you're completely covered. And then I need for you to sprout. So some of you guys are completely covered right now. And I'm trying to be the water bucket. I'm trying to be the sunlight to come and water you so you can wait, what? Yeah. I'm trying to be, you're right, it's not the time. I'm trying to be, again, the water that you need, my sister, and my brothers, my family. I'm trying to be the sunlight that you need, bringing forth awareness and helping you stay strong and motivating and staying positive. But just know them distractions gonna come. The distractions gonna come, and we have to uplift one another. We have to continue to motivate one another, and we have to continue to bring forth awareness. And some people don't want to hear awareness because it's a situation that ain't affecting them. You know what I'm saying? They could care less. They really don't understand. They have their children. They happy, they healthy, they in college, they dating, they get married, they having kids, they vibing. So this situation don't really pertain to them. So they think. Until their phone rings. Or they get that knock on the door saying, hey, this has happened. And immediately people say, when my phone rang and when I got that call, you were the first person that came to my mind because I was just kept hearing you say you are not exempt. You thought you were? Did you think it? Well, I'm here to tell you. You're not. You're not. You're not. You are not exempt. Again, man, I just try to do right by everyone. I don't know when I'm tested, but I always want to pass the test. My cyber sister said yesterday, and it happened twice to me yesterday. So I was on the phone and I was telling her, I was like, girl, I was tested. I went and I left the restaurant in Birmingham yesterday morning. It was a man outside the restaurant. And he was like, you got some change? I was like, nah, bro, I ain't got nothing. And I got in my car. And when I looked down, I saw some ones balled up. And God said, yes, you do. I had already told him, nah, bro, I ain't got nothing. Because that don't mean you have to give to everybody. But when you hear him and he talk clear to you, I reached over, I got it, I rolled my window down, and I said, here you go. Here you go. With a smile on my face. So I was telling one of my friends last night, I was telling her about that. And she was like, you such a blessing. And I heard you say you haven't ate today. Oh, I haven't ate today because I just been so busy. I got a few dollars to get some food. I ain't gonna never say I ain't got nothing. I got a credit card if I gotta go into all the debt. I almost swiped them cards so I can't swipe no more. That's where I am right now. So she sent me money for dinner. She said, I ain't sending you money for dinner. You sleeping in that gym. You don't have to. So you can use it for what you want to. You can go get you a room or you can get the dinner. Whatever you want to do. So I go to Chipotle. I get my food. I come outside. It's a young man sitting right there with dreads. He didn't say nothing to me when I walked in. And when I see someone young, the first thing I think, I'm like, that could be my son. That's somebody's son. It's somebody's child. Do they know he out here? Do they care? When I came out, he still didn't say nothing. So I'm sitting in the car. I was putting in the GPS, how to get back. And he's standing at my window. He scared me. So he was like, you got any change? I said, no, I don't. I use my card. Swear to God. And I knew I gave the man earlier the money that was in my armrest. So he was like, okay. So he started to walk away. My little slide compartment, I opened it to to move the bag off of it so I can change the shift. And it was some dollars rolled up in there. I didn't even see them. So I stopped. I just looked up to God. I was like, okay. So I took my horn, and he came to the car. He was like, bless you, ma'am. Thank you. That's what I need. Blessings. Thank you. And I said, God, please continue to put me in a position. Help me help others. When I'm helping people, it don't be hard for me. He makes it so easy. He makes it so easy. This morning, me hopping up, getting on that live on Facebook, having this same conversation, and then Facebook blocking me again, saying I'm telling a hate speech. You took the post down. You blocked me again. So when you doing right, it's going to follow. And you don't have nothing to worry about. When you doing right and you don't have nothing to worry about. I told my sister, I said, Lowe's delivered the whole order, the mirrors, all of it, to the wrong address. I'm going to show you something. I said, and they called, and we was going back and forth. And it was like, do you have it? I was like, no. Now go get it. But we had it. By that time, Juan had went and picked it up and brought everything here. So she said, we're going to credit your account. The more I thought about it, no, I got it. I got the equipment. We went. It was hell, but we got it. So when she called back again, she was like, okay, so we're just trying to make sure that you have none of the products. We're going to issue a credit to your account. I said, we got it. I said, but I want y'all to credit me for the time. Give me something for the time, and we having to go and get it. So I was telling my baby sister, I said, listen. She was like, I'll just be wondering, like, what am I doing wrong? I said, I don't wonder that. I don't wonder that, because I don't do no wrong. Nobody. I said, and I couldn't even allow myself for them to give me the whole $2,800 back. I could have got it back. But then what would God have taken away from me? Then I would have been saying, oh God, did this happen because, is this my karma? Is this happen because I let them people give me that money back and I got the product? What if that was my business and people stole from me? So I said, I ain't wondering what I did wrong, because I don't do no wrong. I said, I made sure they knew I had it. I ain't want no credit, because I would have been wondering when shit happened, man, was it because of that? Did I not just get this because of that? So I told her, I said, so if you don't do no wrong, ain't no wondering. You know it's life. It ain't no karma. All my karma good. When other shit happens, that's life. I told Fresh that too. He said, I began to wonder, is this because of something that I did to somebody? No. This is life. Now, when you do shit and you second guess it, yeah, you better worry. You better wonder, is he going to come back? You better. Excuse me. Because it is. And you don't know how to accept it. I say this about people in Birmingham too. I saw people saying, Mayor, it's time to step down. 21 people got shot in your city. The mayor wasn't out shooting. The mayor is advocating for gun violence, reform. He's doing all of this. So how is he to blame? What about you? What about you? What about you people? What about us? What about that nephew? Those people that's shooting, that's somebody's nephew. That's somebody's niece. That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody. Those people that are shooting, you know that mofo in your family. You know you see him with pictures on the internet. You know he walking around y'all talking crazy. You know he's a menace to society. But do you go and help the society? Do you go and say, I know my nephew is one of them bad apples? Fuck no, y'all don't. But those people got a lot of those shooters got a lot of family members in Birmingham. And those family members know who the shooters are. You know these your nephews. You know it. You know this your son. He don't respect you. Turn his ass in. Now, when you want to know is right going to follow you, you better do right. You know who they are. Y'all know exactly who these people are. And you wonder, why? Why? Because y'all ain't saying nothing. Tattletelling used to be, oh, snitches get stitches. No. Snitches saving lives. Those people that were shot innocently were standing in a line preparing to go inside. So it don't always be people's karma. It be people not saying something. Y'all know who they are. These boys that's got these guns that are illegal, these switches, people know who they are. But is anybody saying, hey, I'm going to do an anonymous call and say, hey, well, don't say me, but I know my nephew got one of them funny looking guns, and them funny looking guns kill hundreds of people at a time. They have it on their social media. Y'all see it on their Snapchats. That's not open to the public, but it's open to you. Y'all see it. And you think that these young people not gonna have PTSD post after the trauma? Traumatic. That means it bothers your head, your heart, your soul. It's trauma. You think these people not gonna have PTSD? You think every time they hear a pow, a firecracker, a car backfire, you think it's not gonna affect them forever? Just because it's over? Just because they survived it? We always gotta find somebody else to blame. Blame your fucking self. That's who you blame. If you ain't doing everything to fix it, you're part of the problem. Those were young people. Candace's daughter, young. Eric's daughter, young. Eric said, y'all shot my daughter for nothing. She's in the hospital. Y'all shot her for nothing. They don't care who they hit. And if one of those people that were shooting knows one of the people that they shot, you think they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to go by and check on them? No, see, because that guilt going to make them stay away. But God, get them, God. Get them. That's what I say. I ask God to get them. There were multiple shooters. There is now a $100,000 reward. Because some of these young men on the streets of Birmingham have weapons that are powerful enough to take out some of the masses of the police department. The police department don't even have these type of weapons. You hear what they say? They're illegal, and the police. So hell yeah, the police scared. Yeah, the police are on edge. Yeah, when the police pull you over and pull up to your car, young black men. Yeah, they scared. Because they don't know who it is. Because y'all ain't telling who it is. Y'all still letting them jump sharp, bring y'all some money. That money gonna be, you know where it come from. Whether they robbed, you know. You know. And it's something that you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life when it hits you. And the pain is unimaginable. You may be able to do something to save. You may be able to do something to save your loved one or save somebody else. Had y'all told? Had y'all said who got these guns? Or maybe you can do something like this. Maybe you can take the gun and take it yourself. You know where they hide it. You know when they gone. You know where they leave it at. Some of you in your house that you pay for. And it's hid in there. In your car that you pay for. That's where it is. And when they leave, you can go and get it. Wrap it up. Put it in a bag. And drop it off. Where? At the police station. Oh, they're going to see me bring it. Well, but what if it's your son's gun and it's your daughter that's at the club and he hit his sister? You think he going to come and say, it was me? No, he going to grieve with the family. And I keep saying they need to make a movie like that. So people can understand. You out there shooting. You don't even know if your mama going to get grocery. You don't know if your grandma coming out of church. You don't know if they had late worship. You don't know. You have no idea. So how do you know that the shooter is not related to you? Those people that lost someone, how y'all know the shooter ain't related to them? Who knows? Because ain't nobody talking. Ain't nobody telling. Yeah, so we can cry about it all we want, but until somebody does something and say something, and not just be proud because my son drive a Scat Pack or my son drive a whatever X5, whatever they saying. My son drive this. My son is big in the city. Because motherfuckers scared of him. Because he got that big pistol. And they know it. And they too scared to say something until he pull it and lay them out. Blue Bell. Right here. That's where it is. Get the fuck off my page. You don't know me. You better do some research. Because you do not know me. With the stupid comments. Go on. Nobody have time for that today. I am not with it. Take their stuff to the grave or to jail. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad to know 21 people were hit. 4 people were killed. 4 people fighting for their life. If it was 50 people hit and 1 person It's too many. If it was one person hit, it's too many. We have to take some type of accountability because it's too many people crying. We crying over senseless stuff. Yes, what happened to my son was a tragic accident. They didn't try to hit him intentionally. They didn't speed up. It was a tragic accident, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it happened. With these people that were shot in Birmingham, Alabama, those people were not the intended target. They were not. So it was an accident. They intended on shooting, but not shooting those people. You accidentally got caught in the crossfire. But you can't tell that to their family. Nobody wants to hear that. We want to hear get them off the streets. Stop blaming the city. Stop blaming city council. Stop blaming your congressman. Stop blaming council members. Stop blaming the mayor. Blame your nieces and nephews. And it ain't just boys. Girls out here with these same guns. Because the guys, we normalize it. We normalize it. Everybody got to have a gun. If you got to have one, it should be concealed. For your protection. Not to be out here wreaking havoc on the city, because that's what these people doing. Birmingham, they're wreaking havoc on the city. And it's not just Birmingham. It's everywhere. All over the world. So if you know that these your nieces and nephews that's out here thugging, listening to every word, and I keep trying to say, look at Thug. If this is not the best example, look at him. Look at the rappers. Do you think everything they rap about they have? No. They talk about riding out in fast cars. We riding Raris. They don't even have those cars. They rent them. Somebody else's cars to make themselves look good. When they had the money in the videos, that's not real money. It's stock money. You can rent it. When they come, the videographers, they rent that to the people. The girls, they're not their real girls. Yeah, they just rubbing on them and patting on them and hugging and laying and kissing, but they paid them to be there. It's all a facade. And everybody out there trying to live that same fucked up life that ain't real at all. Man, what we go through. The hurt that we impose on one another, and we could care less about it. Them shooters, again, they got mamas, daddies, cousins. They pull up at picnics. They come to Christmas dinner. They have children. Yeah. The shooters go to your Christmas dinner. Thanksgiving, they're going to be there dressed just as nice, and nobody knows that they've done it. But some of y'all really know who it is. Y'all really know, and you just don't want your loved one to go down that road. Your loved one needs to go down that road. All the way down that road. And be held accountable. And we not holding people accountable. Don't do nothing around me. I'm telling you. Don't let me see it. I might say, you got a license for that? And then when police stop these young men with these guns, when they stop them and they have them, it's like, oh man, he didn't do nothing with it. He just had it, so we don't think he should go to prison for having a gun. Well, next week he probably could blow your brains out with it. Next week. Next week. He probably would have done the same thing to you. Number one, not knowing how to use it. Not being properly trained. You think they go somewhere and shoot these guns to train themselves? No, they live in the city. They're not going out nowhere shooting. What they doing is they getting them and they hold on to them. They take them and they take pictures with them. And then when they go to shoot, they don't have no control over it because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They ain't been trained. Where they had all the practice at? Where? They may shoot a few times in the air, make the police come around the area. They sitting out there. We ain't did nothing. The police just looking. Who did it? We got shots fired, signals. There's signals all over Birmingham. You need to, let me tell you what I think. Let me tell you what I think. Listen to this and take it back. And I'm going to end like this. The money that the city put into hosting events, don't host shit until you get your city safe enough for people to go out there to these events. Don't host nothing. Use that money to put cameras on the street corners. Cameras should have fucking caught those shooters driving away. If they know that cameras are on all the blocks, I don't care how much it costs, it's worth it. Put cameras on the corners. Some places have it. And the camera, this camera 1 gonna catch this camera 2. This camera caught them leaving. This camera caught, we have a description of the car and we after them. And we not stopping until we find them. But what y'all do? Ain't no cameras nowhere. Ain't no cameras. These people can come out and terrorize the community and shoot up the neighborhood and go on home and order them some food and eat peacefully and sleep peacefully while you making funeral arrangements. And they could care 2 fucks about who they've taken. Cameras. Well, we got lots of streets. Well, if you got to go up this street, you got to turn on this one. So put one here. How much is a camera? And we have Wi-Fi. It's connected. And then you pay people to sit there and watch the cameras. Just like they say, oh, it's artificial intelligence. They know everything from our watches. Our phones, they track us. Y'all got ways to track people. You got to put some money there. Put the money there. If you want them to track. But you can't sit on the money and say we're going to build a stadium. Who coming to the stadium? Everybody's scared. People scared to come to the new stadium. We were thinking about trying to do refresh a spot at Classic. I'm second guessing that. I'm like, was that the warning? Was that the sign that say no? Don't go to your city to the biggest event of the year in Birmingham. Alabama State versus Alabama Alabama State versus Alabama A&M Magic City Classic, where people come from all over the world, hundreds and thousands of people. Do you think the city, not some ignorant ass, not saying, yeah, we're going to wait. We know he's going to be out around Classic time. We're going to get him at the Classic. And we don't care who else we get. It could be you. It won't be me. It won't be me. It won't be me. Somebody is sitting, waiting, plotting. They plotted on that man. They knew who they said that was a hired hit. Now, this is what the FBI says. They know that was a hired hit. They know that someone paid someone to go and do that. And they know that they hit who they were looking for. It didn't matter about who else they hit. That didn't matter. They got who they was looking for. That makes sense. I'm coming after you, but I'm going to get anybody else innocent around. That's the craziest mentality. I ain't even thinking about who else around. It don't even matter. And I understand. Somebody from Birmingham said yesterday, man, that happened all over the place. Don't just be saying Birmingham. I said, you know what? You have that mentality because it hadn't been your family yet. He said, ooh, you said something then. Right. It's not your family. You haven't been affected. You haven't got that call. You haven't had to go to your niece's funeral. You haven't had to saw your nephew's little boy crying, his girlfriend, his mama. You haven't had to see that yet. And then you gonna change your mind. When it's you. My heart cries because it's somebody. I'm heartbroken because it's a person. I don't have to know the person. I don't have to have met them. My heart is broken because of the situation. Not because of who it was. It could be anybody. I don't care what the race is. Black, white, or other. It could be anyone. But again, y'all know who y'all nieces and nephews are. You know who your sons are. You know your son been bad as hell. And then you keep, and sometimes when you know this situation, you still allow him to grow up and be a product of his environment. He been like that all his life. And you ain't did nothing as a parent to try to get him out the situation. Yeah, I blame you too. It ain't just easy to move. If you want to save your child, yes it is. Yes it is. Yes, violence is everywhere, but in a city the size of Birmingham, a city so small, with the fatalities so large. Yeah, it happened in California. It's 40 million people in California too. These aren't isolated incidents. These are random, and we don't care who else get hurt. They don't care nothing about theyself. What make you think they care about you? They don't. They don't care nothing about theyself. So you know they don't care nothing about you. And they showing you that they don't care nothing about, especially with your family. Y'all know who these people are. You know who these hotheads are. You know the person in your family that fight with all the family members, that pull the gun on the cousin, that pull the gun on the daddy, that pull the gun on the mama, that push the mama, that did this. Y'all know who these people are. And yet and still, even when they have mental issues, y'all don't say nothing. Until it's you. I pray that it's not. But there ain't nothing I can do about it. Because that's what's going to happen. Because y'all saying it ain't nothing I can do about it. He going to do what he want to do regardless. I just let him go on about his business. And torture everybody else. That's what you do. Let him go on about his business and just let him torture people. Well, I don't even know if I'm up for battling Facebook. I'm just going to try to veer away from it altogether. My man. And then on TikTok, you can't rewatch the live. You can't. On YouTube, I don't know if you can rewatch the live. I'll have to see. But Facebook allows you to rewatch the live, to replay, to, you know. So, you know, I'm asking for strength and understanding on this Facebook situation because I know the devil is mad at me. Oh, be mad. He don't want me to speak to the masses. He don't want me to spread the word. He don't want me to bring forth awareness. He want to keep y'all unaware and ignorant. Okay. Because I'm live on TikTok and I'm live on TikTok and YouTube right now. Okay, thank you, T. Yeah, so look, it ain't about being no punk, and I know we done heard this for years. Oh, see something, say something, tell something. But again, until it's you, people don't jump out. But again, I ain't never really heard nobody try to bring forth a whole lot of awareness, especially about traumatic brain injuries and surviving and life after trauma. I just hadn't. But I want to make people aware that haven't been, that doesn't know. You know, I just want to bring forth awareness. I'm going to take a breather. I'm going to go and get me some coffee. I got some amazing news that someone is trying to help me find an apartment, a place to stay in Atlanta. So, you know, I pray that turns out, it turns out good. But right now I'm going back and forth from Atlanta to California as we've started the gym. Thank you. I'm going to show you guys. Oh, let's take a brief walk around. Let me show you guys the gym before I leave. What we've done thus far. How much we've accomplished. I'm going to do a raffle today on the auto follow luggage, but I just want you guys to see for those that have not saw the facility. I'm going to start from the front door and let you guys see, and I'm going to end the live. So you guys can see the facility, the gym. This is Refresh Specialty Gym. We have all, professional equipment. Professional standing frame, professional parallel bars. We finally were able to get the mirrors up. So this is cardio room. This is a stretch room. Stretch therapy, stretch therapy and massage therapy. It says laugh, and it's just that. It's the relax room. It's coming together slowly but surely. We're at the end. This is podcasting and production. It's our break room. Our office. Speech and hand therapy. Two fully handicap accessible restrooms. Yeah, so everything that we needed in a facility, we have it here. And has it been easy? No. Has not been easy. But has it been worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely it has. Oh, man. Now it's going to put, the fact that I'm blocked on Facebook again, is going to put a damper in the fundraiser. Because the fundraiser is the raffle. And this is the raffle. It's the auto follow luggage. So if you guys see the raffle and you can participate, please do. It's two luggages. One of them is auto follow. There's a watch, and you put the watch on, and you get to moving with your luggage, and the luggage is gonna follow you. And one of them is ride on. You literally hop on it and zoom through, and it holds up to 300 pounds. Oh, and my phone died. The TikTok died. So, yeah, that's where we are. All right, let me charge this one. I'm gonna take a woosah. Dang. What time is it? It's early and my phone dead already. Whew. Whew. All right, y'all remember faith without work is dead. Failure is never an option. Nobody owes you anything. Nothing. But treat people the way that you want to be treated, because you are not exempt. All right? I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.